what dost thou profess? What wouldst thou with us?
King Lear is a great story because it has everything. It has intrigue, it has heartbreak, it has comedy, but the heart of the piece is really a father's love for his 3 daughters, and he goes awry.
To fear judgment.
King Lear is Shakespeare's masterpiece. This is the greatest play he ever wrote. It's a story of a man, a king, who has decided it's time to divest himself of everything he owns, his kingdom. So he divides it among his 3 daughters, and he thinks, mistakenly, that was a good thing to do, while still alive, give away his real estate. Big mistake.
Thou beest as poor for a subject as he is for a king, are poor enough.
This is the first time in 47 years that Theatre Calgary has ever presented King Lear, and I'm very excited that we're getting the chance. And we're doing that for a couple of very specific reasons. One is that as a theatre company, we're ready to do it. 2, you don't do King Lear unless you have an actor who you know can play King Lear. We have Benedict Campbell, one of Canada's greatest actors. He's been preparing for this role for about 40 years.
Well, follow me. Thou shalt serve me. If I like thee no worse after dinner, I will not part from thee yet.
As you mature in the business, it's sort of the part that you're, for me, certainly is the part I have been aiming at. You know, I feel that a lot of the other parts are just practice for the depth of King Lear. My father, Douglas Campbell, I think he did it 4 times, I think. There certainly was a challenge when I was beginning to work on it, because he was a very dominant person in my life and a very dominant person within the theatrical community. And he had a very, very distinctive way of speaking, and to rid myself of how he had played it was difficult at first.
And your daughter?
Huh? Sayest thou so?
I beseech you pardon me, my lord, if I...
But that's completely left me now. You know, as you start to work on it, you have your own ideas about it, your own interpretation of it. I'm sure there are things I'm doing in it that Dad would roll in his grave, but c'est la vie, I'm doing it now.
And on the very pretense and purpose of unkindness.
The reason I want to program this play and the reason I want to direct this play is because it concerns a family. King Lear is all about a family. So even though this play is 400 years old, the heart of it is true today. One of the challenges with Shakespeare is you hear it and you think, all that poetry, I don't understand what they're saying, I will get lost. King Lear is one of the easiest ones. The plot is very straightforward.
Why, fool? Why? This man's banished 2 of his daughters and done the 3rd a blessing against his will. If thou follow him, thou must needs wear my coxcomb.
If you go in expecting it to be like the language of a sitcom, you won't understand it. But if you go in and accept that you can understand and have belief in yourself and imagination, you will get it.
As mine, beg another of thy daughters.
This play has never lost its relevancy and never will, as long as we have parents, daughters, fathers, and love.
By the fire and stake.
Pestilent gall to him.
Zira!